EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Smash! Smash!
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
560.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 5th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And he just did get those feet in there on the side. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes It's the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brand.
Ready, set! Ultra, ultra! Drill, 52!
On 1st down, Lance. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ready up! Ultra! Go ultra! Ready!
They'll run with Robinson. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Robinson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. You talk about this Falcon defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Fields now to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 42-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Second down and a run by Robinson. Still going inside the 20. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 13. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, he currently stands second in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're second and you want to be first, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And he's brought down.
Pittman's first catch, good for a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Let's go.
Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Fight, 97.
That's caught at the 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
They'll start with the option.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From his own end zone, Fields. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Off play action. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 3rd and 3. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, Fields work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. And that's what you got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
From the 50, here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Fields on first down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out?
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On On second down, another shot for Robinson. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ready, ready.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Robinson up the middle. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They gash him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes they're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan, but now they have to stiffen and try and keep him out of the end zone.
Ready.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
10 cycles. Ready.
Robinson will score. Touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Well, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
At the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here's Fields. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Ken.
From the gun, here's Fields. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here?
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Black shot.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Lance now on 1st down. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Trouble, 38. Ready.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. One of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes... They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He'll let this go for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 54 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 129 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throw left side. There's London. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Hey, close deal.
They'll run for it with Robinson. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, It's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run here with Algier. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Drill, 52.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got it. Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Fields now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here's A.J. Cole now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. On the return, it's Tony. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Handoff now to Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 163 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
On the set. Mega. Set.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Oh, good move. And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And motioning left, that's Pittman.
Check pink. Blue check. Smith red. Black ready.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They run the option on second down. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Justin Fields, 53 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.